because the frequencies and the sounds that they're playing are designed to make you feel that way. Just in the same turn, when you're listening to a song that is upbeat, that is made to make you are.
Okay. Now I'm here. Now I am here, EXP. Welcome to the story with EXP StoryGamerZ. What's up? Also wondering, what is my little kitty? Kitty, what are you doing over there? Cleaning your shell, huh? Man, okay. Well, that about covers that. Well, today's the day I jumped right back into Tales of Vesperia, huh? It's been like months. An expansion of months since I last played Tales of Vesperia. So, I admit it's been a very long time. It's turned out a little bit more. Okay. So, yeah, like, the Tales of the games are a unique series in itself in that they have like a common thread to them. You know, for example, the movable field combat system where it's not like you stay in one spot in a line or a single file line or it's not even like Persona where it's like you surround the enemy from Persona 5 is like traditional JRPG where it's like straight line, your characters side by side, where there's a group of 3 or 4 characters and you take your turns. Whereas in Persona 3 Reload, it's like all 4 of your characters are like utterly around the enemy, and the enemy's in the middle. And then Final Fantasy games mostly it's like you're on the sides. I mean you're like in a line. So characters are next to each other taking turns. But in like Final Fantasy 16 or 15 or anything, you get thrown around the field, the space where the enemy is, and then you can do what you want. So it's more real time. And this game feels like it's a bit of a real time, you know. So you can try to disrupt enemy attacks and everything, and you run around the field, but you gotta work the controls right so you can move to avoid hits and everything. But sometimes you're going to be dealing with those enemies or those bosses where they do like wide area attacks, which can get annoying. And then it's like, you get caught in the attack. You stumble, you stagger easily. You know, it can get like really hectic when it gets to that point. Sheesh. So I'm going to go ahead and switch on. And we'll get ourselves started with Tales of Vesperia. Now, I still have my nice fancy checklist. Let me see if I can bring it out. Now, I did a little something off screen. I actually went in here. This is where you fight this particular enemy. It's literally a sword. So let me hold on. Let me see if I can get that list back up. Excuse me. So I gotta dig in and see where I can find it. I know it's a checklist. Well, I hope I didn't accidentally delete it too, man. Because I went through and I just identified every single side quest I could find that I haven't even done. With a little guide on the side, like, okay, these are the quests I need to try to get done before I tackle the final boss. Especially trying to get all the devil arms, aka they gave him a different name in here, but But yeah, they're mainly known as the Devil Arms. Oh, the Fell's Arms. Yeah, the Fell Arms. Yeah. But let me see if I can. Where did I put it? That's what I was thinking. I gotta figure out. Ah, here it is. Side quest list. And then I have marked some down already. Like, oh, here's the ones that are in progress or anything like that. Let's see if there's a. I think I have something here to bring it up. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there it is. Right there. I know you can hardly see it. I know. Don't worry if you can't. If you're not able to get a good look at it, even with the big letters, that's fine. But you can see the list. Just goes on and on. That's a big list too. Yep. Yeah, so it's just right up there. So let me see here. So I got like what? Several. Let me pause. So I have Yuri and Flynn. There's a side. This is another side quest with Yuri and Flynn. Apparently, it's in progress. I saved the place where I got my where I made sure to follow along carefully. I don't know if it's still up here. Is it? Yes, it is. Yay! Okay. So there's the one, Control F, about Yuri and Flynn. Let me see if I can find that one. Yeah, Yuri and Flynn. Because I know I believe I got a letter of challenge from Flynn. And that was when I slept in his room. So I believe that was step 4. I remember I got that. There's one way to find out. I'm glad they tell you, like, oh, this is what you get when you do it. So if I go here, let's see. It's a sort of reward. I think it's an accessory. Yeah, letter. It might be around here. Let me see. Yeah. So that tells me I'm already completed one of the steps. Now there's another one, another particular item I will get if I progress it. Let me see if I have it. It's called a clown. What is it? A clown solas. It's got a weird, funny name to it. It's like, where is it? Where is it? Do I have it? No, I don't. Unless it was a weapon. Yeah, is that what it is? Like Climo Solas. Is it a weapon or something? Oh, it's a sword. Is that correct? It's a weapon. Ah, okay. So it's a weapon that belongs to Yuri. Do I even have that? Okay, so it looks like I definitely don't have it right now. All right. So that's something I would need to complete another step into. Yeah. But apparently you get it when you inspect the fountain, so to speak, in Sophia's. But I remember looking through that, but I didn't see. Oh no, maybe I already inspected that. But it says I gotta find Ted. Yeah, I gotta find Ted in Zophius. Anyway, so I might be able to work on that one at the moment. So let me get that out the way. So I saved. Yeah. Okay, so the side quest first that I'm working on right now is called the side quest for Yuri and Finn. But for me to get that side quest done, is I need to go and find Ted and Zophius, apparently. Let me see how my fighting is doing right now. Get my skills back up. Get my playability.
I don't care what rock you crawled out from. Bring it.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm getting back to those basics.
There's no way we're gonna lose.
Yeah, I remember I did like a side quest where I got like all the bathing suits and everything. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Probably tell my buddy to come back on here, but man, Raven was just frozen. He was like literally paralyzed. Like he passed out standing up. Like literally was standing up, not even moving an inch. Just frozen. So yeah, I guess the bathing suits really got him got him all on the fritz, man. He was like, yeah, they literally got a good paralysis spell on him.
Man, could you be any weaker?
I guess I'll go easy on them.
Man, I want some more.
Oh man, the bathing suits and everything. It was funny seeing Raven, the look on his face after I got all their bathing suit outfits in this one side quest. It was so funny. He literally froze. He became paralyzed the moment they all got their the ladies got their baby suits and everything. He was just like he like as soon as they all got their baby suits, it's like he didn't even move. He just like froze. yeah, them baby suits, dude. They look so beautiful. Noise. Yeah. He just froze. And then there was a funny. Ooh, wait. We have to. I'll go to the. I'll show you. It's actually funny. I just got to go to the school. Where you get to like replay all the little shorts. There was one after the bathing where they rated the bathing suits. You'll enjoy it, trust me. All right, they got to go to the school. Now, was it? There we go. So under the buttons. I know it's after it goes a while from like playing, and I gotta visit this because there's an underground dungeon place. It's supposed to be this very powerful optional dungeon, but they say it's best to tackle it, of course, post game. So that one won't be done until after the game. So after I beat the game, then I'll tackle it. But I gotta make sure my characters are well leveled up first, because I heard that one is really, really hard, especially the big boss in that dungeon. Wait. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Okay, let's go here. I was wondering, I was like, why does this look like an 8 over here? On the, it's like his letter, number 8 right there. Okay. See which one it was. The movie player, and then yeah, skip. There we go. All right, so I got to see which one. I know it was much later. Let me see what this is.
Wow, that looks surprisingly good on you, old man.
I'm surprised you're surprised. Of course it looks great.
Yeah, that sort of messy look suits you pretty well.
Well, I didn't expect a naive young lady like yourself to understand an adult's subtle grace.
Oh, this is when I provided.
Why
Oh,
don't
this is when I
understand
gave him a
that?
certain outfit.
So that's an adult subtle grace, huh? I feel like it's boosting your natural sketchiness more and more.
There was a certain outfit
that
I gave him.
understand.
No.
Okay.
Well, what do you think?
Whoa!
And just what are you staring at?
I was just thinking that if Judith was a waitress somewhere, I'd go there every single day.
Yeah, the waitress outfit or
Carol,
something.
taken by the charms of an older woman. Of course, I do the same thing.
Thanks, guys. I wonder if I should show a little more. You know.
Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes!
Judith, I think that's enough. I can't stand seeing Raven like this for much longer.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, let's let's get from that awkward state. Okay, I gotta find it. Where is it? Fury safe. Secret Fury. No, okay. Well, these were mostly like main scenarios. Where's the? Let's see. Fury 3 and 1. Looks like so. Just trying to see which one is it. I might have to look it up, and then it'll probably tell me what name, and I'll pick it. I'm curious what Scandalous is. I'll check that out later. Stage. It might be somewhere in here.
Oh, it looks like I messed up.
Okay. I might have to look it up. What was this? Trying to find it. Like, where does it take place? Yeah, I put them all in there, and then it triggered a skit when I put them all in the costumes, but I don't know what the name of the skit is. But it says it's, yeah, let me see. I know it involves, like, swimsuits. Oh, it's points. That's what it is. Let's see. Do I have it? Shoot, I better have it, because I went through all that trouble, man. There it is. Oh boy, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. Let's go ahead. Now got around to starting to Vesperia, the shut-in vampire princess and loving it. Okay, cool. All right then. So this is the skit. Be ready to be amazed. This is about to get really, really, really feisty this way.
Please don't stare like that. It's embarrassing. Relax. What's the harm in looking?
I'm not peeking.
Estelle!
80 points.
Rita!
2 points.
What? Please tell me it isn't what it looks like. Are you really turning this into a swimsuit contest?
Judy!
2 trillion points.
Well, it does have... No, stop.
You're getting an eyeful too, Flynn?
Not at all. Pat, you should know better. As a woman...
I got 90 points for certain tests.
90
Based on
points.
what? I don't understand the criteria. Is that your problem? When did you get here, Yuri? Just now.
I'll just watch to the end.
Well, Lady Estelia's got an 80, Rita got a 2, Judith got 2 trillion, and Patty got a special rating. What's going on with all of you?
Ready yourself!
In case you're wondering when she's white, when as soon as she said ready yourself, that means she's about ready to cast a spell. That's why they all stepped away. And Flynn didn't even see it coming. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You said you shared that. Oh, did I share that? I shared that before in the Discord? Okay, thank you for reminding me. Maybe I thought I wasn't sure. I thought I didn't share it. Okay. I don't care, dude. It was still funny. Even if it was the second time, that was still funny. My goodness, bro. Because yeah, my goodness, that was still funny because, yeah, like, she was about ready to summon a fire spell or something and Flynn didn't even see it coming. Poor Flynn. And everybody else.
Rita, you were resisting at first, but you really got into the act, didn't you?
This is when we were
No,
performing on a
You were
stage.
just taking your part so seriously. I had no choice but to follow along. Your costume was pretty cute too. What a nice treat for all of us. Hey!
Your acting was really on point, Carol.
Well, I used to be in the Actors Guild after all.
You've been in all sorts of guilds, kid.
Anyway, that wasn't even acting. I'd like to act in another play with everyone else someday. No way. Never again.
Me neither. I don't want Rita to set me on fire again.
Yeah, she
I'd
literally
like to
set
be
him
in
on
the play
fire.
Next time.
I'd have to be the lead, of course.
I had my doubts, but it looks like everyone had a good time.
Yeah, she used her fire spell.
Hey,
What's up?
that outfit you're wearing doesn't seem appropriate for a hot spring. I'm not an expert on them, but I thought they were for relaxing. You look ready for a fight.
What? This might be the garb of warrior somewhere. I was thinking the
Oh yeah, that warrior garb I
It had
gave her.
Second something or other written on it. Sounds like the title. Oh, I believe it's a costume for performing the bondage. I read that in a book.
Yeah,
Bondage?
yeah.
That can't be right. Can it?
No, people build a tower, form a ring around it, and then pound on it. They cook local plants and animals and put them on display. It might be religious in nature. Ugh! Sounds utterly bizarre. Another theory suggests that people wearing such clothes gathered together to haul great flocks of stuff. They would shout to keep rhythm. Was it? Oh yes. Soya, soya. Or washoy, washoy. Soya, was it? Soya? Washoy has me stumped, though. Perhaps the cries and clothes work together to create some sort of resonance effect.
Oh, it did? I don't know what's going on there.
It's all balderdash, I tell you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Since you mentioned it, I don't know what happened. What was after that? Okay. Let me go ahead. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and leave, and yeah, we're just gonna leave for a moment. Well, the world could be in peril, and we're over here visiting a school. Well, I mean, hey, we're visiting a school. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Don't worry about it. He said, don't worry about it. Ain't nothing to worry about over here, folks. Okay. Oh, it was on your side? Okay. Well, thanks for at least checking. You know, if that was the case, yeah. Hopefully that will. Hopefully you'll be able to fix that. Yeah. I'm also keeping an eye on my side too to make sure ain't no like errors or anything occurs. So that way, if it does, I'll try to catch it or try to go and make any adjustments. But yeah, we'll just keep both eyes out on our Eddie audio to make sure everything is working. Let's see now. So I want to go back to Zophius. Because I gotta find somebody named Ted. It says Ted. Isn't Ted that one person? Okay, so I think I heard. So I was checking. So apparently, for me to get this, I have to reach the final save point, which is literally in the final dungeon. Doesn't mean I have to beat the final dungeon to get this weapon. I just gotta get to the final save point and leave and come back. Apparently, interesting. Okay. Well, and then that side quest, we're gonna have to hold off. So let me see here. So let me mark that one down. I'm gonna mark it down to just say, okay, progress, wait, get to final save first. Something like that. Space so you can show that. Or at least I can see that. Yeah, Drake is a missable, and because I missed it, I can't get it, so that one's pretty much off limits. Unfortunately. Okay, now building Arnian. Let me see, where am I at with that one? That's cool, I could display like stuff like that on the screen. That's cool. But yeah, I can also remove it so that way you get that. So just floating there while I look at it. So building Arnian, that's the that's the place, the new location that's down below. I just have to go back there. Let's see. Rebuilding Arnian. Okay. So let me go by there and see if I got the items, because you have to keep bringing items, and you're gonna need those items to help build the place. So let me see about. Is that it? I think that's it. Yep, the Land of Hope, Arnian. Woo woo! The Land of Hope. Alright, let me move that from the screen real quick. I think you get to talk to this guy. Yeah. Hey there, Yuri. Did you manage with the materials? Yep. Oh. So I need 3 of each. Might Orb, Trent Flower, Crystal. Let me hold on. Let me mark which. So he needs 3. No, he needs a Might Orb. Okay, so that's step number 3. There's only 5 steps, so he needs 3 Might Orb, Trent Flower, Crystal, Mystic Orb, and Great Leo Fang. Okay. There's a book or something in here that can tell me which like which enemy carries what. So we got a Mystic Orb here. Contains not known if it is an authentic or artificial object. Alright, so right now I don't know who drops it and where to steal it from or where it's available at. But that's one of the items I need. Yeah, because I would have to look it up. Trench flower, same thing. Crystal. Great Leo face, that's 4. Yeah, I know it's a lot of items. The thing is, I don't really, so let me check the monster book. Are there any monsters? Oh, it just lets you know the HP resistance and all that, but I don't know about any, like, items. Don't really show any items drop. It just shows, like, oh, weakness and all that stuff. Okay. Alright. So where would I find... If not in here, I would have to look it up. So I might as well do that if I need to. I just want to get it done. I ain't gonna spend time fighting everywhere just to find them. No, I'm sorry, that's gonna take too long. I wouldn't even know where to start. Alright, so where can I find the Might Orb in, like, Vesperia? So this is the warrior guys at Mount Temza. Mount Temza. Alright, let's go there. I believe I have unlocked Mount Temza. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. I heard a sound as I thought it was the game. It was like, and I was like, whoa, whoa, is there a monster? Sheesh, weesh. I was like, what the heck was that? Yeah, the dog map thing, I gotta still fill in certain spots to get to 100% or something. Because it looked like it even done. I tried and I was like, oh, it's not even done yet. I was like, really? But I got most of the blue stuff. It's just there's some islands or some places or spots I still need to try to sleep at just to activate it or to complete it. So I need to find Mount Temza. So I think it's probably a dungeon. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, these type of enemies are there. So let's go over there. See, there's a Gigantos over there. I have to see if we're in the appropriate level to face it. So I'm gonna try to get the. Hopefully, I can find the item I want. I didn't mean to activate that. My bad.
That wasn't too bad.
So they're gonna be fighting tons of enemies here to like get something.
Man, could you be any weaker?
I guess I'll go easy on them.
Ah, I actually pushed the up button.
Flickering blaze, wonderful. Incandescent focus. Annihilate. Bye-bye.
Yeah, if I push the up button on like the directional buttons on the PlayStation, that's what activates that. I didn't mean to, man. Come on. Yeah, so instead of warriors, to me like these guys probably might drop one.
Sorry, but you're getting
Maybe.
Yeah, we're done.
What they did with Rita was messed up. They rated Rita a 2. Come on,
Destroy them
man.
in no time.
I'm done. I don't want to just joke.
So is that okay?
Yeah,
Finish that
guess,
one.
That was so easy.
Nice. I just want to check something. Server Strike, Brutal Fang, Havoc, okay. Shining Dragon Swarm. I think Brutal Fang is the one I can do the rapid.
I don't care what rock you crawled out from. Bring it. That wasn't too bad.
Let's see, did I get any, like, I was hardly paying attention to what I got. Come on, pay attention. Okay. So since it's material, so did I get a Might Orb? I got a Golden Horn, but did I get a single Might Orb at all? Got one. Okay. Cool. So just need 2 more.
I have been trained by knights. I won't lose. The sign of victory. Okay. Yay! Good job.
Just a sec. Resisting pulling for Yukimi in Eminence and Shadow be hard. Well, it's up to you, man.
We will not go easy on you.
Alright, who's next?
Not bad.
There we go.
The sign of victory. Okay.
I'm like rapidly punching him in the face and everything. Face, body, groin, face, body, groin. Like, it's just a rapid punch. That's all I'm doing. I'm just like, yeah, because I know I went here already, but I'm just wandering around doing a lot of fights. Oh, what's this? What the? There are Critians here. I wonder what they're doing in a place like this. Hey, it's you. We heard that Miorzo's days of floating in the sky might soon be over, so we've been scoping out places to live on the surface. Oh, I see. I don't think you need to rush or anything. After all, Crohn's still hasn't made a decision whether or not to turn into an elemental spirit, and our goal was to gather together the 4 elementals, which we've already done. I see. What should we do then? I think you have to figure that out for yourself, but perhaps it would be a good idea to use the knowledge of the Kritia to help people in need. That sounds hard. I don't think it does at all. I don't suppose something like this would be of much use to anyone. There's no way anyone would be able to use an arcane spear art like this. Oh, she's about to learn a spear art. It's mostly pacifists. The Kritia certainly have a lot of artifacts related to fighting, don't they? It's possible that our people came up with them back when we fought the Atafagos 1,000 years ago. There are many arts that our own people do not use. Perhaps we only worked out the theory but never put them into practice. Wow, amazing. For Critian, you are very skilled. I think this could come in handy. I see. We cannot lend you our force in battle, so we shall lend you our wisdom. We're happy to do whatever we can if it will help you in your quest. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Hey, that strike art that you did just now was really basic? Yes, I was just beating my spear hard against the ground. There's a trick to it, but it's not really that hard to do. Looks like they never tried to do it themselves. The Critian people could do things like this if they tried. Then they'd discover all sorts of new abilities they didn't know they had. Like you, Judy? Hehe, exactly. Sundering Moon Arcane Art! So you just learned an arcane art. Sundering Moon, huh? Ain't that something? So that was one of the side quests. Oh, I see. Did I have that on my list? Sundering Moon. I don't think I had. I don't think I had this in my list. Let me look at it. Oh, there it is, right here. Sundering Moon. Yep. So this is complete. Yep, that's done. I mean, I could just remove this, unless, but, I could do that. But then again, this would be like post-end game if the missables would have to be pursued another on my own time if I want to play this game again, of course. But that's assuming if I want to play this game again. When I play RPG, it'd be like once is enough and that's it. I don't tend to play it twice unless I really, really want to. So, yeah. So Sundering Moon is done. So now I got her arcane art. Ain't that something? Okay. So we're back to building Arnian. Well, that was good. Oh, let me get that out of there. Get that out of there. Boom. Okay. I'll try him. Nope.
Keep your eyes on my sword.
Oh, nice.
That wasn't too bad.
Whoops. It's alright.
They got us from behind.
This happens all the time! Distress code!
That was so easy.
It was so funny, cute, and goofy with all that outfits. Yeah, I probably wasn't able to break through those before, but now that I've created the ring, it's much easier.
Don't get cocky. Flickering blaze burn. Fireball. Cosmic blade. So is that okay?
Beautiful. Guess practice makes perfect.
So we reached the treasures that didn't have. Oh, overdrive lady. Okay. Oh, okay. You know, I think I already have that because of the, but like individually, and
This looks like fun. There's no way we're gonna lose. Man, could you be any weaker?
Don't let him trip you up.
Man, I want some
Nice.
more.
yeah. So we just grinding, getting new stuff in this area, and that leads me back to the entrance.
I have been trained by knights. I won't lose. Luna Crush!
Man, I want some more.
got a might orb. Let's see. Alright, so let's see if I got some might orbs. Oh, new stuff. Yay! It's done. It's done. Okay. Alright. Alright, tree dude. Let me do.
Watch my back.
Well, I wonder what might be the predictions as far as 2.2 update for Honkai Star Rail is concerned. It makes you wonder if we're probably going to find the quote-unquote real Penacony that I've been getting idea or getting like thoughts about since a lot of the stuff that's been unveiled as far as, well, after beating 2.1, the main thing it did bring me understanding is Aventurine's goal, and that is his supposed, though not actual death, because certainly we know he didn't like, he was in the dream world. He didn't necessarily like die, but you could say in the quote-unquote death, his disappearance into the void afterwards might actually lead to maybe
There's no way we're gonna lose.
the real Penacony, and that's what I remember some good views that were really touching on that. To me, I don't know, but the one thing is for sure. Yeah. Just hearing Sunday's and Gallagher's dialogue. Is really kind of showing some things about what might be happening. To me, I think it's a vengeance plot against the family. I think it's a vengeance plot. Like, I'm really serious. I really think it's a vengeance plot. Because Gallagher told us about some things that happened in the past and how, like, Mikhail was considered the worst or the enemy, public enemy, number one, like something of that nature. Like he was the worst or something like that. But my guess is there was a conflict between Mikhail, the watchmaker, and the family that may have happened in those many years ago when it was still a prison. And it said that Mikhail had supposedly children, or maybe had those close to him. And some thoughts to share could be the fact that, you know, it said that he disappeared and died in isolation, but I don't know if he truly quote unquote died or he did and left a quote unquote legacy. And it says Watchmaker's legacy. And the funny thing, when I think of legacy, there are several thoughts that come to my mind. Legacy can be the era in which someone's happenings have an impact later in the future, of course. Action, certain key point events in history that then pass on to an effect years later.
So is that okay?
It's like a person left behind a historic legacy. Then there's the legacy of children. Like, they've raised up children in their ways, their thinking, how they live, or some form of perspective or viewpoint, or some influence where the children are pretty much that person's legacy after they moved on, so to speak. So like a family lineage legacy kind of thing. And then you know, among other things, other kinds of ways to deliver legacy. This is why I'm looking at Misha, because of how that thing Misha has with that watch. And one thing someone pointed out is that he could literally create Clocky through that watch. apparently. And Clocky says some things about him and Misha that he's literally working with Misha, like Misha's like his boss or something like. So the Watchmaker's legacy has probably been right in front of us the whole time, and it might be through Misha. In other words, either Misha is the grandchild of the Watchmaker or is the Watchmaker in disguise. And then Gallagher, now Gallagher is a disguise. So was that, so there were like different thoughts that came to my mind. And you know, I was looking at like different people's opinions, thoughts about it, like so was it Gallagher? Like truly that is Gallagher? Or was that someone else disguised as Gallagher? Or that really is him, but he has a disguise. And that's not what he actually looks like. So those are like the 2 to 3 possibilities here. Although I'm thinking that's Gallagher, but he could be just having all those different, because he said he has all those different family members' looks on him. So that's altogether a disguise. So what does he really look like under there? You know what I mean? What does he really look like?
Yeah.
And he is a quote-unquote path strider of the Enigmata. I don't know if he's any of the 2 factions that I looked into, which is the History Fictionologist or the Riddlers. I don't know if he's any of those factions. I don't know. He could just be a path strider of the Enigmata, and he doesn't have to be part of those factions to be or any of that. But if he was in one of those 2, I don't know if he would have been maybe a Riddler or a history fictionologist. To me, I'm going to the Riddler side. But then again, I read about the Riddler, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if he came off as one, unless he really is. But here's the question. Does that mean Sunday is innocent in all this? No. I'm also kind of wondering about
We should really enjoy these little times together.
Sunday's history with the family. Because I have to ask, what would drive someone to commit murder? You either do it for the sake of because you think you can and you will, and it's whatever trouble, issues you have, personally, psychological, whatever the case.
The sign of victory. Okay.
You could be doing it for certain gains, or more so for a message. Because perhaps maybe someone wronged you, and you want to deal with the problem with blood. So that's where I'm going with this. I think that's where this is going. I think that this was because for him to personally take out Robin means this was more about putting the blood on his hands, literally. Like, he didn't just do that because, I think he did that because, now could he do it to piss off Sunday? This is personal. This ain't no like, yeah, to me it came off more personal. That means this is very serious.
I don't care what rock you crawled out from. Bring it.
Yeah, but the whole thing with Misha thing, we haven't seen Misha do anything else in, like, especially in 2.1 as of late, to be honest. I mean, not as much.
Man, I want some more.
So, we don't know. So we just gotta wait for the next updates. Before I face that bird, I'm gonna come out here and save. Take that loose, checking it twice. No, this isn't Santa Claus. No, it's not. Because we're not trying to see who's naughty or nice. No, Santa Claus is not coming to town now. Drop it. Okay, anyway. Do, 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 do. Nah, don't try to sing that song. Oh, that song like do, 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 do. Like, we will be doing that high pitch. I can't really do that high pitch. I'm sorry. It's not gonna work. Well, let me double save anyway. I'm just being a precaution. I ain't listening to certain characters' English more than others. Well, which ones in English did you find a pain more than others? I'm curious. Which ones? If I had to guess, was it adventuring? English? Gotta scan them. Oh, low level. Acheron, Welt. Why was Welt a pain and why was Acheron's? I'm curious. What's wrong with Himiko? March. Maybe if you can't stand the cheery sounding of her voice, maybe that could come off as annoying. But why is Acheron's a pain? Why is Welt and Himiko? I don't have a problem with any of those three. I'm actually curious why you have a problem with them. Not try to argue like, oh, if they're the best voices or not. I mean, if you find them a pain listening to English, I mean, that's you, because you usually prefer more of the Japanese VA, but I don't have a problem with those three, but I am curious. March 7th is a bit... It's okay, but... kind of mediocre. But then I'm not too bothered by it. I guess I got used to some of the buttons. So go ahead. Get you down, bro. Just a second. Just make sure I get a number. Oh, nice.
The sign
Got
of
him.
victory!
Yeah!
Yay!
You got pretty good.
Yay, that was a victory. GG's. So that Gigant is done. Okay, so I see what. Let me see what you're saying. Acheron under like normal circumstances would be fine, but she feels way different than in Japanese. Because I know you love the Japanese VAs more, especially with the way she is in Japanese and most of the, especially Honkai Impact the Third. So I figured that would probably okay. And I think you said, isn't she voiced by? Is that her Japanese VA voiced by the same person who did the Honkai Impact Third's May, Raiden May? Is it the same Japanese VA or is it a different person? I think because I remember you were Cherry, you were happy. I think it was the same. Gotcha. But it just feels way different. The English feels way different than in the Japanese. So it's like it's a different feel the way her voice is communicated from the Japanese to the English. Okay. Whereas Welt and Himiko, it's like Himiko, not Himeko. Himiko. Okay. Welt and Himiko, it's a mix of feeling different. Okay. As well as being a Honkai Impact Third player. Alright, okay, makes sense. Because the way his voice in Honkai Impact Third, so it's like, for you it just feels really different. I know you mostly listen to the Japanese VA, especially Honkai Impact Third, but have you heard his voice in the English in Honkai Impact the Third before? Or no? Or you just mostly heard it in the Japanese? Or you heard it in Japanese more than the English, Welt's voice. And Himiko's. And then you said March is just March. Yeah, March's voice is just going to be that cheery type. Oh, no English. No Anglais. Okay. It's mostly because it's right, because Honkai Impact the Third is mostly it does have Chinese voice, but you can hear it in the Japanese voice as well. Right? But not in the English. Honkai Impact the Third. And then March is half a cherry. Yeah, Japanese and Chinese. There we go. But yeah, half a cherry. Half a cherry. So she's half a cherry. She's half a cherry. Hey folks, March is half a cherry. She's half a cherry. So that means she's half as sweet, but not fully sweet. Not fully sweet. She's half a fruit. I know what you mean. She's half a cherry. I know. She's half a cherry. I mean, every time I say she's half a cherry, I want to say half a cherry. Oh my goodness, man. She's half a cherry. You mean she's half a cherry? He's like, no. I mean, she's half. Oh my goodness. Half a cherry. Okay. So I need Trent Flowers, Crystals, Mystic Orb, and Great Leo Fang. Okay. Let's see, what I... Also, hold on. Yeah, that's a lot of Gald. They need 500,000 Gald in the next step. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. I'm going to have to go to... Well, there are places now with a lot of tougher enemies, so I can probably see if I can get some more Gald there, but sheesh. Jesus Christ. Yeah, March is a half a Cheery. Yeah, she feels like she doesn't know if she wants to be Cheery or a complainer. The way her voice is, I would describe it as it's like... let's see, how would I describe her voice? Because it is... She does sound cheery. It's like a cheery horn. If you heard the sound of a horn, but it's cheery, maybe that might be a good way to explain it. That tells you it's so high pitched, it can get annoying at times, maybe, because it's just the sound. It just wants to get you to walk away sometimes. A cheery horn or something. I think maybe that's how it is. I'm just making a guess, so don't take my word for it. I have no idea how else to describe it. You can find them at the spa on those islands, not the one with the mountain on it at night. From the big stumpy looking tree things. You know where the spa is everywhere. There's everywhere. I found that they drop off of a tree ant called blooms. Look on your map, look for the sunny island chains, and they spawn on those islands at night only. So there you have it. It's their rare items. So it might take a bit to get them, but that's where they are at. The island's directly west of the spa. Also, think what goes along sometimes with half and starts with also think what goes along sometimes with half and starts with A. Half of your sentence. Gotcha. Hey, you set that up. No, I'm just messing. I'm just messing with you. I'm just right now. I'm just trying to find that spa thing. The island directly west of the spa, the one with the circle of water on it. Talking about this island right here. I mean, that's the only island with a circle of water on it, and then you got this right here. Yeah, apparently it says like you was sitting here trying to survive with this post. It was so buried I don't think anyone else was going to spawn. I guess I should refresh shreds. I'm not hard for that's what I thought. That might as well. So he's on the island chains. He's on island chains. There's so many info. It's like, are you kidding? Well, anyway, what did you say? Oh, don't have to. Oh, is it a bad word, bro? Sheesh, man. Good, because if you had to say it, I'm going to have to block you. No, really, is it a bad word? Along sometimes with half and yeah, is he talking about these islands down below here? Yeah, it's they kept telling me different. I don't know. They can find different things. Let me see. Treant called blooms. Blooms on treants. So blooms on treants. There's an enemy called blooms. Oh, these enemies. The swords on the iron chain. Gotcha. Hold on, I'll be right back. Perfect way to end that. A little snack break and everything. Trust me when I say this. I know what you were talking about. You're saying her, the way her voice is done, the cheeriness, and it sounds half bleep. That's what you're talking about. I didn't even have to finish the sentence to finish the word for you to get the idea of what I just said. Yeah, you're saying it's half bleep. Half beep. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll say this. To me, yeah, not fully committed. I'll say this. To me, I'm not too bothered by her English voice as much. Though at times, you know, hearing it can sound a bit annoying. So I can get that, sympathize with that kind of perspective, but at the same time, I'm not too bothered by it as much. Maybe because I grew used to it. Why not? Maybe that's why. Maybe that's just me. But if you prefer more of the, you know, the Japanese VA forms of the characters, that's fine. It could be a different feeling, especially since you mentioned it's like you've played Honkai Impact the Third with some of the characters' voices and stuff so much in the Japanese that like trying to hear in the English is like because it's like it's not as good to you or not as a great feeling that you had when you heard it in the Japanese, like Welt and Himiko. And then you have Acheron, aka May's voice, but yet the English one kind of doesn't really fit the way her voice is when it comes to the Japanese, how it's projected. Well, you know, they're going to choose whoever they're going to have for the VA or English, and it may not probably sound exactly like the character in the Japanese version, VA. I mean, it's the same in Japanese, just not as much. March's voice in the Japanese is still the same, but not as much. Then what's the problem? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I mean, yeah, but yeah, if it's a different feel for you, I can see why that maybe it might not be as a great of a experience compared to how it was for you when you played Honkai Impact the Third. For many characters, especially May, you know. Then you have Acheron that's supposed to be by the Japanese VA for May, but then it's like the English form for Acheron's voice just doesn't really fit the same feel, doesn't have that same kind of way it's projected. The way she speaks. Everyone's gotta have their taste, everyone's got their interests with that. You know, some people might like her voice even if it's in the English, some people don't. Sometimes it's probably better in the Japanese, maybe. For some people, some not. One of these days I will play Honkai Star Rail in the Japanese and then hear their voices in Japanese to kind of hear how they are. And then I'll share my thoughts on it and what my experience is like with them speaking Japanese. I might even do a video of the next update. If I want to do it in Japanese, I will. If not, I might still do it in English. But if I want to, I can switch over to Japanese just to see how they sound. Or just play it on my own time with Japanese voices. Let's see. Acheron sounds way too loud, aggressive, and ungraceful compared to Japanese. Be careful, man. You might wake up the vultures. They might come in here and start arguing over English English dub versus Japanese sub. I really don't like that argument. the whole thing, especially with anime, the whole thing with the it's a Japanese sub versus English dub. I'm like, man, get over it. You either like the English subs or you don't like, or you prefer the Japanese. Whichever one is fine. Just enjoy the show. Please enjoy the show. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? That I remember that so much. I think people are still doing that. The anime, like, English dub versus Japanese subs. So right now I'm trying to find. It spoke of it. I found it was like a certain island. Let me check. It's one of these islands here, where apparently I can find it. And over here. Yeah, somewhere around here. To the south, so it's around these islands. So let's try this one, just run around and just start fighting. It's a certain type of enemy that you fight. But it says you fight them at night, you'll get the flowers. This is the one that I all agree that English dub is better. Yes. Yes. And 1,000 times yes. We know how funny, goofy, and great that one was. The greatest English dub of all time. The one that will entertain you for a lifetime. Even before you pass on in this earth. We call it the Great One. Yeah, the ghost stories. The ghost stories, man. That is so funny.
Focus on the enemy in front.
Yeah, these are the ones. Let me just these are the ones you gotta fight to get the 3-inch flowers. Yep, and that's true. Unafraid to offend. I mean, it was of its prime in like, what was it, like 90s? Was it I think it was 90s anime? I think it was 90s or 80s anime. No, I think it's 90s style anime. There we go. Also, the daddies flop. Probably because it didn't really like, it didn't really work up to entertain the masses in the U.S. regarding its English dub type deal.
Man, I want some more.
And like totally awesome. Oh, there we go. I got 5 of them. Sheesh, now the guy can leave me alone. I never watched the Japanese or finished the English dub though. So it was 300 tree and flower, 3 crystal, mystic orb, and great Leo Fang. Let me see what items I actually have on me right now. You're all synthesis items at the end of the day. So let's see. So I need to find a crystal, see if I have 3 crystal, 3 mystic orb, and 3 great Leo Fang. So let's see. There's some hippo breath there. Do I have breath from a hippo? You don't talk about bad breath. Ew. Collect some bad breath. That is disgusting, man. Yeah, so we got 4 might orbs, so we're good with that one. So I just need see if I have crystal, mystic orbs, and great Leo fangs. Okay, I got plenty of crystals, a lot of them. But let's see, mystic orb, great Leo fang. So we already checked out the Trian flower. Whoops. Ah! Why is this activated? Okay, so I got mystic orbs. It's about great Leo fangs. Do I got any great Leo fangs? Gotta get your great Leo fangs over here. No, we don't got your great Leo fangs, so we gotta go find some. Now, where in the world am I gonna find it? There was no mention of it. It's from an enemy in Tarkaran line, actually. If you're lucky, you can get them from a spawn point in the water near Zoud. It's the kind of has seagulls hovering over it, and I think it's just a bit to the northwest of Zoud. I know that's where all my great phase came from before. I even set foot in Tark. Schwartz from Final Dungeon. It should be Schwet. Doesn't the guy in Orange Synthesis guy tell you where to get this for Garn Fang? I'm sure of it. So it's either go to the final dungeon to get it, or I could just get it, I guess there's a spawn point near Zoud, if I'm lucky. You climb down and save. Apparently it's a lion enemy in the final dungeon, apparently. First things first, let's see if there's anything near Zoud. Nope. Usually it's flock of seagulls in the water is a spawn point. And that's where you can grab stuff from the water. But I don't see any. Looks so I might have to skip out on this one. I would have to go to, let's see. The only place you have to get him is in the final dungeon area, apparently. Apparently, you have to go visit the final dungeon in order to get to it. Which is here. Let's see. What do I want to do? Mark that down. Okay. It's about Blastia. That one I may have finalized, but let me look into it. Because I believe I have Rita's negative gate art already. Because I remember I examined it, the barrier Blastia as Rita, I believe. Yeah, I remember I did that. And then I slept at the end. You sleep at the end twice. So I think I might have already done this one. Yeah, so I'm going to mark it as complete until further notice. I'll probably look at a video later to see how it goes. Because I might have already done it. This is complete until further notice. Cool. This one's done. I can go ahead and I can remove that one. Yeah, the spirits is done. Brownak is done. Yeah, Brownak was that weapon Judith had that she had taken from her when she was in that armor. We found out who she was, and then her weapon was taken, and I had to go and get it back. I think I did that off stream. Now, Yu Manju, apparently I need 600k gold. That's the spa. Yeah, that one I have to have 600k gold. Now my question is, okay, so how do I get 600k? And that's the only time I gotta spend some money. But I think, let's see, isn't it like that one? I remember there was something about like, I remember the tough enemies in the region that can get me more gout. I was trying to remember what it was. Hmm. Okay. It looks to me it's a lot of big stuff. So I think this is the one I'm going to have to hold off on. Yeah. Playing one of my VN and novels, and as one of the I never watched it. One of the characters has, so she's VA from Honkai Star Third Part 2. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so this yeah, I'm gonna have to do this off screen, Manju. The Monster Book one is you gotta go around and like, but so this is gonna be an off screen thing. Now the Sword Dancer is the one I gotta do, and then there's the Fell Arms. I gotta visit the final dungeon for more Fell Arms. Ah. Okay. So I might be able to do the Sword Dancer one, because that one I faced it once and I can face it again. So let me just see. I just fought it one. Yeah, let me look it up. Sword Dancer. I fought in that one stone area, the Sunken Grotto, for the first time. Yeah, Soulless Blade Demon. That's when I first fought it. So I gotta find the next Sunken Grotto. Let's see, where is it located? No, it's on Alicia. Yes, it's just over there. Like, ah, leave me alone.
They got us from behind. This is awesome.
These are giving random outfits.
This loose look is a really fresh image for you, Flynn.
Yeah, you spend most of the time clanking around in that heavy armor. Is that why
Gotta
you're
give
so
him that
hard
shirt and
headed?
everything.
Your tongue is as rough as ever, I see. But you are right. Wearing something like this instead of my armor makes me feel freer somehow.
It's probably because you look so different, but you're dressed your age. It's cute.
Cute? Could you spare the mockery?
Aye, just imagine him giving orders to a bunch of knights in that getup. A bit silly, ain't it?
I'm not even sure his men would recognize him if he was wearing that outfit.
They might not know him without his usual suit of armor.
I must admit, I wouldn't feel comfortable giving commands like this.
It's only natural.
Do I really look that different in my armor?
I guess no spear's gonna jump out of this one. Maybe I could use the Sorcerer's Ring to destroy it. There you go. It crumbled like a cookie. Despite all your efforts, old man, you've got good intuition. What do you mean, despite my faults? Let's go in and see what's there. Lead the way, ye of little patience. It's funny. Alright, so this is the second referred to as the Sunken Grotto. So I already went through the first one on my spare time. Oh, so this is an Air Crane 2. I guess there are more around the world than we thought. You think there are still more in other places? I think there might be. There are usually a lot of places on the planet that humans haven't laid eyes on. How's it look, Yuri? All I have to do is get close, right? Aha, there we go. Let me see. The geometry's already changed. And that means time for a test shot. Wow, it powered up a lot. It got faster and moves farther now. Judging from the size of the Sorcerer's Ring, I think it's reached its limit. I think this is enough to do what we need to do. I have to say, I'm surprised at all the different effects air can have. Well, you see, but I feel like all those effects are simply different ways of air interacting with itself. Well, air's high affinity creates, and then the application of those effects on certain objects allow the technologies of blasting and magic to be developed. Well, converted mana as is. So air is divided into different attributes in the form of magic. When it's used, it releases energy and then turns into air again. So that's how air has helped sustain our day-to-day lives, eh? I give up. No, your explanations are just too hard to understand. But the civilization we have, based on air and blasting, is about to come to an end. Well, we'll still have elemental spirits. Yeah, we still got some time until we gotta give it all up, too. Till then, use it or lose it. Yeah, you're right. Well, we can at least be thankful that the Sorcerer's Ring is even more useful now. So I can shoot air and increase fire. Yep, now it's completely... shoot very far, look at that.
I'm pretty certain the ring's not going to change form any more than it already has.
It sure has gotten a lot of new capabilities since we first got it.
But it's kind of sad to think that this is all we'll get from it.
You were hoping it would get even more, huh?
Yeah, me too. I thought I'd be able to do a lot more things. Too bad.
What else do you want it to do, Captain Carol?
Let's see. I think it'd be kind of fun if it let us talk with animals.
That would be great. I'd like to talk to Rapide.
Nah, I think I'd prefer some more practical capabilities myself.
Don't you think it's already pretty practical as it is?
Nah. Now, if it could tell me what you're thinking, Judith, then maybe. Or if it could make pretty girls fall in love with old Raven. Or if it could see through your
Ha!
Ow!
You just want it for your perverted fantasies. It's a sorcerer's ring, not a sleazebag ring. Oh, I've had enough of this. I should kill you!
Oh, hell. Hey, old man. What do you wish the ring could do now?
Go back in time. Shut me up.
With pleasure. Look how far it goes. So that means it'll be useful for long distance hits. Long distance activations. Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't really hit him.
You picked the wrong people to fight with. get careless.
Way to go, repeat. Oh, that was nice. Maybe bros, man. Ha! What did you get? Of one we've already unlocked. So that means it's probably one of the ones connected to the formula over there, right? Air grenades are linked to their respective locations with formulas. So they might have built formula containing devices at each location. Golems, formulas, all I want to know is who built all this crap and why. Got it. What if the golem comes back to life? Will we have to fight it again? Probably. But if that's what we must do in order to reclaim the sword, then we have no choice. We never had a choice to begin with. Come on, let's go. Here we go again. The sword dancer. Oh no, look, the berry's disappearing. Ah, not again. That light is the same as before. The golem's coming back to life. That's totally different. Yep, different color, look, everything. Did it absorb more air to power up, or we causing it by activating the formulas? Watch out. Don't let you have that sword. I shall take it back in due course. Ooh. Nice one. Yeah, that was a nice one. Okay. Yeah, look at 4,400, bro. This 1,000, man. That's gonna take. This gonna be a while. I'm calling the sword dancer for nothing. Get him, come on, man. Change tactics right now, come on. Oh man.
Creatures come forth! Revitalize! Thank you so much! Cavalry!
That wasn't too bad.
Nice. We got him! Yay! And all that gal is giving me. Look at this. I'm just watching the numbers go up. Dude. And that bonus experience. It just keeps going. 30k gals.
I can do even better than this.
I got Soulless Blade Demon number 2.
I'm even stronger now!
Now the trainer goes ever.
Nice. Damn it, not again. We can't let that Blastia have that sword. We've got to get it back as soon as we can. Calm down already. It's back in sword form, which means any formulas we activate will reanimate the golem and give you another shot at recovering the sword. You're right. My apologies. Let's keep looking. What's he doing? He's not acting like the Flynn I know. This is about more than just returning the sword, isn't it? What if I found a mosquito in here? I'll be right back. I gotta take care of it. Okay. Yeah, it was like a big mosquito in here. I went to go get the spray and catch it. Yep. Going just a minute. Okay. It's about more than just return the sword, isn't it? Perhaps he has his own designs on the sword? That golem keeps transforming into more powerful versions of itself. Won't activating more formulas just make it even harder to break down? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Come on, let's catch up to Flynn. And what's the next area without us if we don't? Fight you where he's like, I fight you where you rise, bro. You fight with them with the short sleeve t-shirt and the shorts with no socks on and run around in some wings. I mean, you might as well fight him while you're on vacation, or you just sit trying to get some sleep, or what? Jeez. Better be that as a masked man and all that stuff. Ha.
This looks easy.
Don't get careless.
I might probably. I just want to get out of here and save. I've already made some strides on some of my side quests.
calls, and I come.
As you will.
Yes!
I'm glad we won.
So many anime have family where the parents and or grandparents are overbearing or harsh that it shocks me to see a chill and understanding parent grandparents. Right?
Princess, grant us your magnificent embrace.
Yeah, you learn all them skills. Just want me some Skittles.
This looks easy.
Let us take caution.
Power that defies my madness. Oh, and Jelly's
Yeah, the My Happy Marriage. There's also not only just like, you know, not only like harsh, but let's talk about like one that's like a perfectionist type parent, which is even worse, or just outright terrible. And part of the reason why, unfortunately, why the family was so broken, like, I mean, not just like, oh, like if they're broke financially, but I mean like psychologically, emotionally, everything, like so harsh. That is the Good Night World, and it is the one I mentioned about before. Yeah, that. If you see that anime, you'll see what I'm talking about. That's a prime example of what happens when you have a parent, especially like not like, because it didn't appear like both people, like one of them especially really comes off perfectionist, and it's like, and then you find out what happens as a result, mainly not because the parent was perfectionist, but what they did that really pissed me off, and made me feel for the protagonist. Why he it's just like this person gritting my teeth.
Okay, let's go.
Good Night World, it was very like, just how deep that series was, man. And it also had an example of like an overbearing parent situation in there as well. So it had an example of some parenting matters and stuff. It's just like, but yeah, the perfectionist one is the one that really just beats the cake. But it also eventually drove me to still feel a bit sorry for the person that was like that. Once you learn the bearing of what happens later upon them, and then you finally see like it's like kind of like it's a devastation type of thing. And yeah, but it's so deep. I mean, it almost got me a headache because just how the plot was going. So yeah, yeah. The Happy Marriage is an example of like the overbearing parent thing, and harsh treatment from that one. I didn't just hate I didn't just despise the new wife and mother. And the half sister, though I felt sorry that the half sister, because of how she was raised into that mother, and then that father was that father was just, I like how someone put it when you probably agree with me with this. It was when the father, I might stop here maybe, but let me pause. It was when the father, when the husband, the guy that she the marriage was arranged with him. He came by because he told him, he said, "Hey, I know what y'all have done," and after telling him everything, he says, "I want you to apologize to my wife for that." And the guy, they were looking at him like, apologize, I like how someone, I remember seeing like some comments on YouTube about that scene, because I went to see like, I wonder what people were thoughts, and some people were like saying like, oh, so y'all two have to think it over to apologize for the abuse and the harsh treatment you put her through? Are you kidding me? That just goes to show y'all are just terrible abusive parents. Very harsh and abusive. Very terrible. The fact that you have to think that through. I'm like, you shouldn't even have to think that through. You know what you did was terrible. And what's worse is once I got to learn, more about the backstory of why the mother and why she hid her powers, because she didn't want them to use it. Yeah, she didn't want that side to try to use her powers for whatever vantage they were trying, for the power vantage they were, because it's like, oh, we have the powerful ability, we're powerful, like, trying to use it for whatever means necessary. She didn't want them to do that, so that's why she hid her powers in that tree and everything. But it was like, dude. The fact that dad, that some kind of dad figure, I wouldn't say like, no, he ain't that. Heck, no, forget that. That guy, hesitant to want to apologize. I'm like, you ain't gonna hesitate to apologize. You better, because you know what you did. Disregard your daughter, all because why? She didn't appear to have any abilities. That's your goddamn daughter. It's because of the way the family, they talked to him. They were all concerned about make sure she has abilities. That pretty much created an impression thought process of, oh, she's only valuable because she has these supernatural abilities. And it's like, that's terrible. I said, nah. Y'all are creating a terrible family, a terrible generation doing something like that. Very terrible. So that's why I'm glad they, and I was happy for the end and everything. And he dealt with that one guy, got blasted and everything. Yeah, that old, like, dude. Well, like I said, most decisions that can come off as very terrible and also evil, they just always depend upon just like, oh, if it's just evil around. Sometimes it could be decisions made within a family lineage that can go on and on and on to the point where it shows up. And then somebody takes somebody to finally minister justice and do something about it. Disrupt it. I was glad when, you know, it's like, look, your place is burned down. And the guy, the husband, he didn't even burn it down. It was that dumb brother. The dumb uncle. He started using fire, and it's like, bro, you're using so much fire, you're burning this whole place down. So you gonna be stupid? Okay, well then burn your place down then. And that's what happened. Burned his own place. Burned his own place down. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop. So most of these, yeah, I'm gonna have to spend a week or two trying to do these side quests. Unless I can, I'm gonna see what happens when I enter, because I wonder if I'm able to leave it. I saved before, so let me just save right here. Before I enter the place. So I'm going to get a sneak peek of what happens when I enter it and see am I able to leave or no. That's why I saved.
Damn, this is huge.
It really feels like it reaches the sky.
And this thing was just sleeping in the ground near Ospio. I can't believe it.
That must be a life-absorbing formula expanding around it.
It looks that way. This isn't good. It looks like it came together pretty quickly.
So there's not much time left.
Perfect! People always heave-ho with a deadline looming over them.
That might be true, but it still puts us in hot water.
If it's absorbing life from everyone, that should affect us as well, but...
Estelle?
The spirits. They've swathed us in their power. So we should be fine as long as the spirit's power is greater than that formula.
And we just need to run right to the top before that changes.
That'll exhaust us before we even face the Autophagos.
Can't we just get on Baul and fly up to the top?
I doubt it would affect Baul, but we probably couldn't take it. You just don't want to climb up.
Of course not. Who do you think I am?
Sorry, old man, but it looks like we're walking.
Yay.
We must brace ourselves and press forward.
Deal with it, man.
Yeah, don't let your guard down. Who knows what's waiting for us up ahead?
The ancient civilization of Garaios. What must the people have been like who lived in an age that produced buildings like this?
Well, I'm no expert on their lives, but I have some ideas from the Blastia we've excavated.
Oh,
Except
really?
for the Autophagos, from a scientific perspective, their civilization was nearly perfect. Their Blastia would have given them power equal to that of the Entelekea.
Oh yeah, otherwise the Entelekea would have wiped them out.
It's hard to believe that the people who were so scared of monsters, who locked themselves inside of a barrier, could have been so mighty.
People got too much power and destroyed what they built in the process. It's not that uncommon. But there's one part of their legacy we're still paying for.
Yep. They left behind the Autophagos for folks who came after them to deal with.
Maybe they didn't have a choice, but that doesn't make it right. You take responsibility.
We'll have to own up to whatever choices we make from now on, too.
That's right. If we're gonna make a world without Blastia, we gotta make sure it works.
We'll do a proper job with our own hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can leave. Okay, the ancient tower, Tarkaron. Good. Alright. I wonder if that one thing gets activated. Let me check something real quick. If not, people said you have to reach the final save point for Ted down here to give this a weapon. So let me see. Okay, so I just got to make progress at Takarin, and then it says you got to reach the final save point, and then you got to leave. And then come back here. Woohoo! Okay. Main character snapped the sword and stone in a King Arthur challenge that no one could make budge. Ha! Good old King Arthur challenge. So let me climb down and save. I'm gonna have to grind and get a ton more gal before I make it. I got 2 payments I gotta make for certain side quests. Ugh, it's a lot. But anyway, this is the end of the journey and the story for today. So I'm gonna go ahead and just excuse me, end the stream today. So make sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe. I'd like to see more of my stream content. More of an RPG, jrpg goodness. Yeah, so definitely a lot of stuff I gotta do. Alright then, folks. Peace out. God bless you. Have a good night. You have a good night, Hot Sale. Peace out.